Welcome to the Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-the-minute Trump news. Join us today and every day. Here's today's news.
This is TBNN.
We interrupt this video to bring you a special announcement. We will continue with your video after this short announcement. There is a massive boycott with YouTube and its advertisers happening right now. This boycott threatens our existence, as well as the entire YouTube channel database. You can do a search on Google to confirm this boycott. We urge you to help by supporting our channel with a $1 donation, just $1, to help offset our growing expenses. Our staff is working diligently to keep you informed and up to date on events and intel that you have grown accustomed to receiving. Our staff produce over 70 videos on a daily basis in English and in Spanish. This is a tremendous undertaking. This is why we use a computerized voice, because of the massive amount of information we provide for you. We accept PayPal donations, and our donation link is below in our description. When the boycott is over, we'll let you know. This is a serious situation for YouTube and its advertisers. If you appreciate our channel and the intel that we provide for you, then please consider this much needed $1 donation. I want to personally thank you in advance for your support. Victory of the light. And now, here is your scheduled video.
U.S. threatens sanctions against Russia, Iran over their Syria support. President Donald Trump is considering implementing new sanctions against Russia and Iran, the U.S. ambassador to the UN said. "We're calling Russia and Iran out," U.S. ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley said in an interview with CNN on Sunday. Speaking to the host of the State of the Union show Jake Tapper, the U.S. official said that the issue of the new sanctions is already being discussed. "But I don't think anything is off the table at this point. I think what you're going to see is strong leadership. You're going to continue to see the United States act when we need to act," she said. Press TV reports. The comments were made after U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he would look into stepping up sanctions on Russia and Iran, which supports Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The two countries are already under various types of U.S. sanctions. Washington has alleged that the government of President Assad is responsible for the last week's suspected chemical attack in Idlib province which killed more than 80 people. Moscow and Damascus have denied that the Syrian government had anything to do with the attack. The Russian Defense Ministry said the U.S. had no proof of chemical weapons at al-Shayrat Air Base, where it fired 59 Tomahawk missiles, killing several people and reportedly destroying a number of Syrian aircraft. Iran has condemned both the alleged chemical attack and the U.S. missile strike on Syria, saying Washington's illegal action will embolden terrorist groups in the Middle East region. U.S. has evidence that Assad was behind attack. In her interview with CNN, Haley insisted that the U.S. administration has evidence that the Syrian government was behind the April 4th chemical attack. "What we've seen is, in our meetings this week, we were told of the evidence," she said. "We saw the evidence. The president saw the evidence. All of that is naturally classified. And I'm sure when they can declassify that, they will." On Sunday, Haley once again threatened Syria with further military action, saying President Donald Trump could order more strikes if necessary. She issued a similar threat hours after the April 7th missile strike. "I was trying to give warning and notice to the members of the Security Council and the international community that Trump won't stop here," she said, adding, "If he needs to do more, he will do more." U.S. strike intended to send message to Russia. In a separate interview NBC News on Sunday, Haley said the U.S. missile attack in Syria was intended to send a message to the Russian government. The entire administration was in agreement that this was something that had to be done. This was something that needed to tell Assad, enough is enough, she said. And this is something to let Russia know, you know what? We're not going to have you cover for this regime anymore. And we're not going to allow things like this to happen to innocent people. She went on to say that the United States will not allow Russian President Vladimir Putin to have Assad's back anymore.
That's the news. Join us here every day. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. See you next time.
This is TBNN.